What's good, guys? Time for a DL short. So, Anton Daniels, a very successful YouTuber out of Detroit. He covers social issues. He touches on politics and pretty much anything that has to do with the Black community. Politically, he's right. But a cool YouTuber. I think I've watched a lot of his content. I don't watch it religiously, but when something pops up that catches my eye, I'll check it out. And he does a really good job of keeping things, I guess, fair and as balanced as he can. Like, he'll have some people up there who shares his views, but he also have people on his panels who have a completely different take. So I mean, it's pretty cool. It doesn't get too wild, although sometimes there's a lot of talking over each other. But I mean, it is what it is. But bottom line, very successful YouTuber, and Anton Daniels is also kind of making it into mainstream media. I've seen him on Fox. I think he's been on a Dr. Phil show. So shout out to him, bro. He's doing it. Wrong button. Shout out to him. He's doing it. Um, but I did see he put out a video today. Apparently, Anton is on vacation, or just not even on vacation. Just dude has a good lifestyle. He's in Miami. It's cold in Detroit. I ain't mad at him. Of course, you would want to go to Miami. As you guys know, Miami is my favorite city in America and one of my favorite cities on the planet. Um, but Anton said some things about Miami that just had me scratching my head. I'm like, huh, nah, bro. Nah, what are you talking about, bro? So we're gonna watch this video. I have his video here. We're gonna just watch this video, and I'm definitely gonna comment on this as we move along. Um, I think as I sit here now, I think I can understand his take on it because he doesn't know Miami. He knows Brickell. He knows South Beach. He knows, Bayside, stuff like that. But he doesn't know Miami. So let's check this out, man. And the video is about 11 minutes long, so we're gonna let this rock a little bit. And as always, I'm gonna be jumping in there to put in my little 2 cents. Here we go.
What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Look, that's the bar over there. Pool over here. It's literally 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, and people are at the bar having drinks. It's not the rooftop, but this is the area where I guess where, you can come to the pool and then you can go out and go up and work out. And then if you go all the way to the top up there, see if I can show you. All the way up there, that's where my room is, way up there. And this is a building where people live, and then also obviously they Airbnb in and out and stuff like that. And so this is where we at. This is where we hanging out. And then you got the view of the water all over there. It's all over there, right? And I think that's Bayside. If you ever been here to Miami, Bayside is where the Ferris wheel at and all of that stuff. Yep, Bayside. I don't even know why I didn't see that. Port of Miami going that way. And then you can head over to Miami Beach when you go over there. This is not a real place, bro. Obviously, the Miami Heat play right there. Jimmy Butler got traded over to the Warriors through Wiggins, I believe.
Okay, I'm not into basketball like that. You guys know that, so okay, whatever he says, cool. But where he is in Miami, yeah, he's in a cool spot. He's in a building, which is condos owned by private owners, maybe even owned by some Wall Street types or maybe some hedge funds, and they rent out those rooms via Airbnb. Fairly common in the sense that if you have an association that allows it, then most people are going to do it. It's an easy way to just make some money. But a lot of the newer buildings and the nicer buildings don't allow that. They don't allow it, even though some people still try to do it on the down low. A lot of times the associations will like, nope, you can't Airbnb this out. You can't sublet or rent your place out. You're the owner. You got to live in it. If you want guests to come over here, fine. You got to put them on a list. It's like very, very stringent. So it depends on the building. It depends on the association. That's the first thing. Second thing is like, oh, it's 8 in the morning. People are out drinking or whatever. They're at the pool deck already. I don't know if you guys caught that, but it was a dude at the pool deck, had his computer open. What is he doing? He's working. There's a lot of people in Miami who work from home, and they came from places like New York. They came from places like Atlanta, DC, Dallas, California. when the pandemic hit and people were, companies were going to remote work, a lot of people moved to Miami. Why wouldn't you? It's beautiful down there. So you got that. And then where he is, he's not too far from Brickell. He's not too far from South Beach. He's not too far from Wynwood. I mean, he's kind of right there in the downtown area. Um, so he got himself a good Airbnb. Whenever I travel, I never stay at Airbnbs. I just don't like them. I just don't like Airbnb. I never have. I will stay at a hotel. I'm normally at the W, or I mean, if you're a person like Anton Daniels, and he's going to talk about that, he's doing really well financially. He has, he can afford to do some things. Why stay at an Airbnb? Why not stay at the W? Why not stay at one of the the JW centric, the JW centric, which is walking distance from where he is right there, right now? Why not even stay at the Mandarin Oriental, which is on Brickell Key? You could go to South Beach and stay at that W if you want. So you can stay at the Satai. Like if you have the money, there are amazing hotel experiences available to you in the Miami area. And I just listed a couple of the higher end ones. They got some middle tier and low tier that are still really cool. And price wise, not that bad, especially if you travel a lot and depending on what programs you use, you can get in there with some pretty good discounts. So, you know, just for instance, I know I've stayed at the W uh, and managed to get upgrades for about $150 a night. And I'm in a room that's like a $800 room, $1,200 room, but I was able to get an upgrade. Um, just to give you an example. But anyway, we'll let him continue.
It's crazy. Every time I visit this place, I have to level set. All right. And I don't know why people say that it's not places inside of the United States of America. That's absolutely awesome. There are places inside of the United States of America that is phenomenal. And people a lot of times feel like they got to go overseas in order to get a different experience or whatever. It's February. February, right? 80 degrees back home, which I love home and I can't wait to get back home because I love my studio and I love my life back home that I've built for myself. Back home, they had to close the schools yesterday and the day before because today is Saturday morning. Or I'm sorry, look at me. I didn't forgot what days of the week it is. It's Friday. It is Friday. I got to do the Millionaire Morning Show today. And that's the only reason why I realized that it's Friday. But back home, they had closed the schools, which my daughter is out of town anyway. They closed the schools because it was too icy and it was unsafe for people to drive at that particular time. And they hardly ever close the schools in Michigan because we used to the snow in the wintertime and we used to the ice. But it had got too cold. I think it had dropped below 20 and it's 80 at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's insane, bro. But I always try to level set, and I'm not one of those type of people that ever try to limit people. I always try to level set, and I try to let Rita know because Rita believes that this is home. And Rita's mine because we've spent winters here, and I've lived here for 4 months in portions. And Rita's mine, this is home because she says that this is where we really meant to be, and this is what we should wake up to every day. Now, of course, I know that Miami and stuff, they get the threat of hurricanes and they get a rainy season and all of that. But for the most part, this is great, great weather. And there's other places inside of the United States of America, like San Diego, which obviously is in California, so that's a no-go. And Hawaii, but that's a long flight. And some people say Hawaii can get boring, but they have phenomenal weather year-round also. But Miami is kind of sort of the de facto go-to for unrealistic expectations of what you're going to experience in life. And I tell Rita, we always got to level set and realize that Miami is not a real place. It's not. Miami is not a real place. It's a facade of what life is when you're a tourist into a place that you're not used to living at. And I like to remind her, and she said, well, it's a real place for us because maybe we may have the resources, and I'm trying to be sensitive to people because they say that Anton is not sensitive to the people's needs. Maybe we have the resources to be able to do what we want to do when we want to do it. We could live here comfortably because we generate a lot of revenue And we don't have any problems being able to maintain a lifestyle living the true I want a ball, perfect weather all year long lifestyle. Look at those yachts over there. I don't have yacht money though. You know what I'm saying? I don't have yacht money to be living like that, but I have a pretty decent, comfortable life. You know what I'm saying? And if you
Okay, so he's trying to get somewhere. He's, I don't, again, I don't watch a lot of Anton, but he's taken a long way to get there. Kind of wait for him to land his plane. But where he's staying right now, right? Because right now, I'm listening to what he's saying. He's talking about he has to level set and stuff like that, right? Where he is staying right now is not unaffordable. That type of experience in Miami, you can get on the low. Like again, if he were at the Satai, if he were at the Mandarin Oriental, if he were at one of the W's, then I would say, all right, when just paying what they want, their rate, no discounts, no nothing, just paying their rate. I'm like, okay, you starting to ball out. Now you're starting to ball out. Like he pointed, it's like, oh, my room is up there. Of course it's up there. It's nothing but skyscrapers down there, bro. All the rooms are up there, right? It's like the first 15 floors are garages anyway, most of these places, right? Like the first 10 to 15 floors will be where you park the car, and then it starts from there. So, even if you get a condo with there's like a low floor, you're still gonna have a view of the city. But in like, it's gonna have a beautiful view. So I'm listening to what he's saying. He's from Detroit. And like, bro, his lifestyle in Detroit, I don't know what it is. I don't pocket watch anything like that, but whatever his lifestyle is in Detroit, he's probably, if he were to move to Miami and if he wanted to live in the Brickell area, downtown Miami, Bayside, Wynwood, something like that, South Beach, his expenses might go up 25%, maybe. Right? Especially now. There's there's a problem with condos in Miami right now. Ron DeSantis kind of messed things up. His administration messed things up and has caused extreme turmoil in the condo market in the state of Florida. Miami's being hit really hard. So if you got money, guys, if you're sitting on cash, some real good opportunities are coming your way if you want to come to Miami. You're going to be able to get into some really good situations. But that's another issue for another day, another topic. But so what he's talking about, he has to reset. And it's like, bro, that is the typical, you can get that lifestyle in Miami in those areas, but those areas are very small. That is not the average Miami lifestyle. And he's going to make some points here. Now I'm hoping he gets to these points really quick because that's what made me decide to make this video. So let's let him continue.
you're a bag chaser, make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. You are familiar with my finances. You familiar with how much money that I make. And I have an upcoming live stream / video that basically breaks down all of my 2024 earnings. So I look forward to sharing that with y'all in the method of being transparent, but also to give y'all strategies on how I continue to level up my income at least 25% every single year. Every year I go up 25% in my income, and it's beautiful. But it's not a real place because, I'm the type of person that likes to travel to the other parts. And I would say that the overwhelming majority of Miami people, they don't live like this. They are still building buildings. They still got construction all around me up there and stuff like that. They don't live like this. This ain't normal. I would venture to say that more than 95, 96, 97, 98% of the people that live here, they live in these small hut-like houses that have bars on the windows, and it looked like clay, like they made out of clay. You know what I'm saying? It's similar to what you experience if you go over to like Jamaica or Ochos Rios or one of these third world countries and you actually go to see where the people live at, that work at the hotels, that work at the ports, that work at all of these places that you tourists visit or work at the resorts and all of that stuff. Most Miami people, if you look at their lifestyle and you look at where they live at and stuff like that, it's not a real thing. It ain't this. It ain't the pool over there that got the screen up there, and then you come out in the morning and you sitting there sipping mimosas and you working poolside and you just hanging out. This ain't life. So, people often at times they'll come here to Miami and then they'll expect to have this. Oh man, I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna move here. No, 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 no. You're gonna have a worse experience here than you did where you came from because it costs way more to live here, even as a regular person, than it does where you come from.
All right. This is what I'm talking about right here. I don't know I don't know how he put this together, this part right here. He says he likes to go travel. He's talking as if he's in the third world country. He's in America, right? He's in Miami. And he's, the part about people living in huts. What? Come on, Anton. Are you serious, bro? What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? You're right around the corner from Little Havana, bro. You can go right down Calle Ocho, bro. You get on a bicycle and ride over there. You ain't gonna find any huts, right? That's the hood is right around the corner. He's in downtown. Like the hood is literally 4 blocks away. It's 4 blocks away. He can walk through there. And you know what it's gonna look like? It's gonna remind you of any urban area in America. It's gonna remind him, and I would say this because the brothers from Detroit, and no, this ain't a shout out to my brothers and sisters up in Detroit. But if you in the hood in Detroit and you move to Miami and have to go to the hood in Miami, I'm just talking about your basic living condition, like, apples to apples, like what your apartment, what your neighborhood's gonna look like versus in Miami versus what's gonna look like in Detroit. Because I've been through Detroit, bro. Detroit looks like some parts of Detroit still look like a war zone, bro. It's crazy. Miami's gonna be better. Miami's gonna be better. Right? I'm just keeping it 100. You can wind up in even going to Liberty City. I mean, it's dangerous. Them boys down there don't play. But as far as where you living, it's gonna be the same, if not a little bit better. Not a whole lot better. It's not gonna be night and day different better. But you ain't gonna be in a hut. Like Anton is right from where he's standing making this video. He is with traffic. He's less than 20 minutes away from Doral, from Sweetwater, from Kendall. Kendall might be a little longer. He can go to these places. Miami Lakes is just around the corner. Coconut Groves just down the street. Every place I just mentioned, he can get to, even on a bicycle. The going down to Kendall would be a good ride. That'd be a nice ride. But like Doral, bro, how is the average person in Miami living? The average person in Miami probably has either renting or owns their own condo or townhouse. There's a lot of people who own their homes. They've been there for a long time. You got that as well, right? And even where he's standing, where he's standing, he can go on that road just directly on your screen in front of you, go right on that road, and you'll follow that road, cross a bridge, keep following that road, and then transfer over to, because that's Miami Avenue. Transfer over to Brickell Avenue, like a block over. Go down Brickell Avenue. That takes you like through the heart of Brickell, Brickell Village, and all that stuff, like Moxie's and everything. You'll see all that stuff. Go past that, you'll get to a little roundabout, right? Go through the roundabout, and you're gonna see houses. Right? Brickell is only that big. Bayside is only that big. Wynwood, even in Wynwood is being gentrified right now. So if you get off on the wrong street in Wynwood, bro, you go from, oh, this is kind of cool to, oh man, where's my pistol? Like you're in the hood. Anton has not traveled through Miami. And again, he's only in the Brickell area. He hasn't gone to Dolphin Mall over in Doral. He hasn't gone to Sweetwater and drive around and see how people are living. Like, granted, there are a lot of people who were like living in trailer parks. Like they didn't own the land they were on. They were leasing the land, but they owned the trailer. They put like a trailer down double wide, make it look as nice as they can, been living there, with those window mounted ACs and stuff like that. You'll see some of that, but you ain't gonna see, like you talking about bars on the window. Like, yeah, in the hood, you want to see bars on the window, go to Liberty City, go to Pork and Bean, right? You're gonna see bars on the window for sure. Parts of Hialeah, you're gonna see bars on the window for sure. But it's like any other city that's gonna have its bad parts. But for the most part, bro, the people in Miami, they live in a pretty good life. I mean, it didn't get really tough for them until the pandemic. That messed everything up. When all that money, when all that outside money came into Miami, especially Brickell area, all that money came in and it raised the rates on everything. But guess what? Now people are being forced to go back to work. People are leaving Florida. Some don't want to be there anymore because the insurance issues and all that other kind of stuff. I already told you about the condo problems. People are kind of being forced out. So there's going to be opportunities. But man, Florida's a great place to live, man. And it's not that expensive.
Let me say that again. It's going to be worse for you here. This is a great place to visit for most people. But this is a playground for rich people. This is the Dubai of America. Now, I know that that's a stretch, but I'm telling you, listen to what I'm saying. Miami is the Dubai of America. In Dubai, they have a working class that probably has to travel further outside of the city in order to exist. And then they got the rest of them, which includes the sheiks or whatever y'all want to call them, the people that actually got money over there. And then the visitors like you and me that come over there and experience it the way that they want to sell it to us. You know what I'm saying? The UAE, that type of thing. Over here, it's a similar thing, just on a much smaller scale. You got the people that got the yachts and they own Star Island and Jupiter and all of this other stuff. And then people that live in these high rises, most of these high rises is Airbnbs and places that's being rented out. So they're investors that, you know, get people, they rent them out to people or whatever, like hotels. You got the people that make an egregious amount of money that has multiple different homes that stay here and experience Miami, or people that live here and they make an egregious amount. I would say probably well over $1 million a year to truly be able to experience this place the way that you want to. And then you got everybody else that's hustling and bustling that never come out and see this. They don't go out to Miami Beach. They don't go out and experience all of this. They not in the tourist destinations. They not hanging out. You know what I'm saying? They driving in. You see all of these people, they driving in. And so they can go to work every day because it is Friday. I almost forgot that it was Friday. This place will make you forget what day of the week it is.
All right, Anton. Hey, bro, the reason the locals don't go to Bayside and Brickell and South Beach and all that is because they know that everything is grossly overpriced. That's why they don't go. To say that the people in Miami can't go to the area that he's in now or the areas that he just mentioned because they can't afford it, that's not true. There are people who get to go on stuff all the time. There, you go, like there's going to be a yacht party, you're going to get invited to it. And then when people want to go to the beach, they go to Fort Lauderdale, man. They go to Broward. Broward is just right up the street, bro. They go to Broward, right? They go up to Hollywood, right? They go to man, what's the name of that place, man? Los Alice up there. And they go hang out there. That's where you're gonna find like normal folks. Why? Because that's not a touristy place. Although there are some tourists there, but that's pretty much where the locals kick it. And there are places all throughout Miami where the locals go and have a good time. Do they come to Brickell? Sure. Sure, they want to go out and celebrate a special occasion. They want to go out and just kind of hang out a little bit. Yeah, they'll go to Komodo or they'll go to, Sexy Fish, or they'll go to Mamo's, or they'll go to wherever, which you can afford. I mean, you don't want to go, you can't go there every day. You want to go there once a week, but you can afford to go there and treat yourself to a nice little dinner. You can go to Mamo's for early dinner and you can get out of there if you don't drink a lot. Like if you don't get a lot of alcohol, like get like one glass of wine or something like that, then you get your, get your appetizer and entree. For you and one other person, if you're a dude out there trying to take a woman out on a date, bro, you can get out of there for about $200, $300, depending on what you order. Don't have one of the women gonna come in there and order all the stuff and try to break you. But you could go to Mamo's, bro. You could go to Carbone's. I mean, what he's talking about, like, oh, you need $1 million to truly to get the full Miami experience. That's not true. That's not true. Like, that's not true at all. I don't know why Anton is saying these things, bro. It just sounds crazy to me. And I'm here to tell you, man, is comparing Miami to Dubai. I've never heard that before, bro. I can't. What? Like, what are you talking about? Dude, if you go to Dubai to work and you from some country somewhere, you go to Dubai, they take all your documentation, bro, and they put you to work and they don't let you leave until you pay them back, bro. It's crazy over there. Yeah, bro, you don't want to do that. There's people over there that get stuck in there, and the people who work in Dubai, there might be 15, 20 of them in one little bitty room, man. Ain't nothing in there but mats stacked up on the walls and stuff like that. And these dudes are like literally shoulder to shoulder in this place, trying to figure out how they're gonna be able to pay to get out of the situation they in. It's terrible over there for the worker. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Egregious. It's a crime against humanity, what they doing over there. But that's what they do over there. Right? Miami, what? Miami is like that, or you high. I mean, bro, the cost of living in Miami has gone up a lot, especially since 2019, 2020 has gone up a lot. But guess what? It's about to correct. We're in the beginning of the correction phase. The normal Miami is way cheaper than New York, way cheaper than California, like LA, San Francisco, San Diego, way cheaper than Vegas. Right? I'm just keeping it 100. Like Dallas. I mean, bro, if you live in one of those expensive cities and you move to Miami, you're like, bro, I love this. I lived in Miami from 2009 to 2013. I go to Miami every chance I get. I love it down there. Is it expensive? Yeah, compared to my life in Cincinnati, yeah, way expensive. But compared to my life in LA, oh my God, it was cheap. It was cheap. The kind of place that Anton is standing in right now, bro. You can go to Santa Monica, California, and get your. They don't have skyscrapers like that, but they got some pretty tall buildings. If you want to compare how much it costs to get you a place, don't take my word for it. Look it up. Look up one bedroom with water view. One bedroom is a one bedroom condo or apartment in Santa Monica, California, with a water view. Look it up and you tell me how much it costs. Right? The cheapest one in there is going to be damn near on the floor. The higher you go up, the higher the price goes. Right? So look at Santa Monica. That's a water view because that's what he has right here. He's looking at the water he's showing you. That's beautiful, right? Then you're going to have to go to like the Wilshire corridor. Can't see water from there. But look at how much it costs to live on Wilshire near UCLA. Again, don't take my word for it, guys. Look it up yourself. Then look at Century City. How much it costs to live in Century City. Then look at Studio City. Then look at North Hollywood. And then look at how much it costs to buy you a house in a starter house in LA, in the LA area. Right? You're looking at close to probably somewhere between $700,000 and $800,000 to get you a starter house. Right? Them numbers don't exist in Miami. Them numbers don't exist. If you got $800,000 to spend and you want to get a condo with a water view in a beautiful brand new building, bro, you're gonna be living good. You got $800,000 to spend in Miami. That's a lot. You could probably get in a condo, a decent little condo for about $600,000, and those prices are going down right now. Slowly but surely ticking down. And if you just want to live in Miami, like you just want to live in the area, go to Doral, go to Kendall, that kind of stuff. If you want to drive down to Homestead, go down to Homestead, go to Hialeah. I mean, there's so many places that you can get a really nice house for around the average home in America. Right? It's not crazy. It's not New York. It's not San Francisco. Those prices are insane. Again, don't take my word for it. Look it up yourself.
The DoorDash drivers, the gig workers, they all do Uber Eats and they ride little mopeds and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's a severe case of underclass, which I mean, Miami is Miami. I don't live here. I can't tell them how to set their city up. It's a they go to Walmart like we do. You know what I'm saying? Like they go to Walmart, they go to Target, they go out, they hustle. Most people in Miami don't get to experience any of this. Any of this right here, all this right here, they don't get to experience this. This is not a thing for them. So don't be fooled, And again, I know that Rita says that, this is a real place. This is real for no. Anton, this is my home. When we on a plane on the way here, she say, "You ready to go?"
They experience it all the time. They have a thing in Miami, and I forget what it's called, but all of the top tier restaurants, they come out with a special menu for like a week or maybe 3 weeks or something like that every year. And you can go and experience these 5-star restaurants, bro. You can go to Mr. Child's, you can go to Carbone's, you can go to Capitol Grill, you can go to any of those restaurants down there. They have a special menu. And they do this every year. It's kind of, I forget what it's called. right? And then they also have Art Basel every year, right? You can go to these things. There are always events that are free and open to the public. You can, I don't know what he's talking about. You can absolutely experience all of that. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. If I'm broke, if I'm a brokey, I want to be in Miami. I want to be broke in Miami. I want enough money to where I can run away from the hurricanes when they come. But for everything else, I'm good. If I'm gonna be broke somewhere, look, I've been broke in Cincinnati, right? And when we were broke, we were up through, we went up into Detroit to see our people up there. We've been down through Tennessee and Atlanta and all that, bro. And I'm here to tell you, man, if I'm gonna be broke somewhere, I want to be broke in Miami. If I want to be just living that life of just a regular person who's on the grind, just trying to make it, I want to go there because you can go to the beach, bro. You don't have to pay to go to the beach. You can go to the beach. You're gonna network. You're gonna meet people who are like, hey man, why don't you come down to my building? So you're gonna be on that very pool deck that he's on, sitting there chilling. And your friends go, man, go ahead, man. I got a bottle here. Just drink on this or whatever. Bro, you're gonna get to taste that lifestyle. Now, will you be able to buy in that building? Depends on how hard you work, what kind of breaks you get, and all that kind of stuff, how you network. Who knows? That's up to you. But to sit here and say that, oh, it's a 100% crazy class system. No, absolutely not. You can go and experience everything Miami has to offer, bro. Everything. It's balling on a budget, bro. Everyone does it.
Home. You see that cruise ship? It's a cruise ship way over there. It's a cruise ship right there. See that cruise ship right there?
It's a bunch of them over there. It's probably Carnival right there.
When I
Epic's over
drive
there. It's a
across
bunch of them
that
over there.
bridge, because this is Biscayne right here, I drive across this bridge and I see the massive. It's a black one down there. That's a yacht. That's insane. I'll be thinking to myself, this is crazy. Now, for me, it is motivational. I will say that it's motivational in that, you know, you should be pushing yourself to be better every single day, and it don't necessarily have to be for money to this extent, but always want to have that self-improvement, but just be realistic and understanding what you're getting yourself into if you decide that you ever want to move here. It's almost like Los Angeles and Hollywood back in the day. Everybody wanted to be an actor, but then you turn out to be a meth head. Let me go ahead and get started. I got to get ready for this show. When I visit, I enjoy it and I experience it, but I'm realistic about what I need to stay, you know what I'm saying, grounded in, because I'm going home and I'm okay with home. I'm okay with home. I'm going to be better. I'm going to be greater, but I'm okay with home. So y'all let me know what y'all experience is, what y'all thoughts are. If you think that Miami is a real place, it's not. It's really not. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace.
Miami is 100% a real place. I don't know. I don't know why Anton said all those stories. Or maybe, because he's a really good YouTuber. This is gonna get engagement. People are gonna have something to say, right? So let's look at the comments. Let's look at it like move down to here, sold my condo 44 days, bought a 3-2-1 car garage, 1/4 acre, um, with no HOA in rural Central Florida for half the price of my condo. And they were in the Chaplain Towers fell down. I knew my days were numbered. This is someone, I'm just reading one of the comments. Um, the Americans are gone, taxes just keep going up and up. Traffic, deletions, pew pew stuff he's talking about every day. So that's the guy who was like talking about how he left. This dude was like Bronx_Yankee. Um, Another guy was saying, I was down there with a buddy last week, had to tell him this is a place where you either making a lot of money or losing a lot of money, no in between. That's not true either. It depends on how you want to live, bro. If you're trying to live down there, I mean, it is what it is. Oh, I guess I should put this up so y'all can see it. I'm just reading these. Um, I'm just reading these comments. So, right, and it's like, he said that this one here. The thing is, as a native, you have to understand and make a distinction between Miami, Miami Beach, and Brickell. Real Miami is not South Beach. Facts, and that's what I was talking about right there. Is give that a like. Facts. He's right about that. A lot of people, we see Anton, I've been telling people for years I was born and raised in Miami, and it was always a struggle until we moved to Atlanta 18 years ago. I love Florida sunshine, but Miami just isn't affordable for most Americans. I worked with and for the rich when I lived there, but When I went home, I went to the hood, Carroll City. Yep, that's the hood, or North Miami. Yep, it's kind of rough. I know Carroll City is not named, is now named Miami Gardens. My father still resides in Lauderdale Lakes. Been there for almost 60 years. When I go home, I act like a tourist and I stay at the resorts and I eat at the elegant restaurants. But it's only for a week or so. I can't live like that every day. Also, the homes are built with no cinder block, and he goes on. So, I mean, bro, there's some people here who are agreeing with what he's saying. There's some people here. I'm looking for people who don't agree, but the fact still remains, bro. It's where you go. One guy saying, if you want, if you think Miami has money, go to Palm Beach. Well, if you think Palm Beach has money, go to Palm Springs. You know what I mean? Go to Chelsea, up in New York, bro. Go to Park Ave. You know what I mean? Bro, you want money is relative, man. It's all relative. So that's just some of the stuff there. A lot of people saying they seem to be kind of agreeing with it. But you got to understand something about Miami, bro. Of all the big cities and the most expensive places to live in America, Miami's not at the very tip top of that list. There are a lot of very expensive places in America. If you want to live in the places like Brickell, Wynwood, Bayside, all that kind of stuff, you're gonna need some bread. But if you got a couple roommates, y'all will do okay. I mean, it is what it is. In comparison to LA, there is no comparison. Even with the prices going up in Miami, there's no comparison to the cost of living in LA to the cost of living in Miami. And the big thing could be just gas, utilities, taxes, right? So I get that someone would make that distinction, like go to Miami and see that stuff and think like, oh my God, this is like America, Dubai. It's not. It's not. Can you live in Miami and survive? Yeah, tons of people are doing it. While you're living there and you're not making big money, can you benefit from all the experiences out there? Absolutely. You absolutely can. You'll find yourself on somebody's boat, right? I mean, to rent a boat down there, bro, you get 12 people together, depending on what size boat you get, you guys can kick in $200 each and you're on a boat for 4 hours. You know what I mean? Like it's great. It's a cool experience. But comparing it to Dubai is more than a stretch. But again, I think Anton did it because he knows how to get engagement. He knows how to get people to watch his content. Look, he got me to sit down and do a video about it. So, hey, shout out to Anton, man. Definitely a Don DeMarco to that brother. Don DeMarco. And a Don DeMarco to y'all for checking this out, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, bro. Is Miami the USA Dubai? I don't think so, bro. Not at all. Not even close. So it is what it is. If you guys have any questions about Miami, if you plan on going to visit Miami, hit me up on Instagram. I really want to know podcast, all one word. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions, or leave those questions in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to answer them. I do my best to answer all of the comments. I do my best. So, hey man, that's all I got for now. Until next time, I'll see y'all later, man. Have a good weekend, bro. Peace.